So after everything, I still don't have no answers. Doesn't matter how we got here, though. All that matters is what we do while we're here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kill me some motherfucking zombies.
Here we go! This night, you're gonna find that nightmares do come true. We will find you. Trick or treat. This night, you're gonna find that people.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to 31 Days of Horror, Year 3. This is Day 17. I am Morgan Film Fan. Let's jump into some scares. So, Edges of Darkness is a film that I picked up very randomly on the fly. Super cheap. I think I got this one for like $3. And basically, it's your zombie apocalypse film. Extremely low budget, and when I say extremely low budget, I mean the lowest budget you can possibly have. Which doesn't actually take away much from the movie, but as soon as you put it on, you're watching it for 2 minutes and you're like, yeah, this budget is like in the bare bones of budgets. So, but it's good. It's a great little indie film. I mean, good enough for what it is. It delivers in what it is. It's a fun indie film, and it's. I have to say, there's not like a shit ton of zombie action in it. It more focuses on the survivors, which isn't bad. But that's basically what it goes for. Is it takes 3 different story plot lines, and they're kind of going on at the same time, and some connect to each other, some don't. But it follows these 3 different stories. In one, you have this woman named Heather, and she is taking care of this mother and child. She's basically your badass chick. She's like all zombied out or all zombie apocalypsed out, and she is protecting this mother and son. And then you've got this couple living together in an apartment, and the girlfriend, or whatever she is, because apparently they're not together anymore. She's bored out of her mind, staying in all the time. Sounds familiar these days. And the guy is just always basically on his computer, and somewhat of a computer virus-ish starts to happen. It's actually a really strange story there, but it gets stranger. And then with the third, you got this other couple, this African-American couple, and they kind of have a thirst for blood, and they like to find victims and basically drink their blood and harvest them, because they have this addiction to blood drinking. And, during a zombie apocalypse, I really wonder how the writer for this film and director came up with these ideas. It feels like they were like, okay, let's make a film about a zombie apocalypse and then go in the most random directions we possibly can. That's basically what you get with this. Yeah, like I said, it's a lot of fun for a low budget indie film, and a lot of interesting things start to happen. Basically, the one guy that's living with his girlfriend, Stelly is her name. I didn't get the guy's name, but they're the guys who like to harvest blood. I can't tell if this guy is trying to be the token black guy, or if he's being serious, because his acting is just, it bounces back and forth. I really can't tell what he's going for, honest to God. But that story is funny, because the girl that they end up harvesting ends up kind of reversing it on them. Not in that sense, but she kind of like fights back, and it's really interesting. I'll just keep it at that. Same with the computer guy, he's basically making a blog of the whole zombie apocalypse, and he's just focused so much on making that blog that he doesn't care about anything else around him, and he's just so zoned into this blog writing that he does. And some strange shit starts to happen there too. And there's also the woman that's taking care of like the badass chick that's taking care of the woman and her child. There's this whole Antichrist thing that starts happening there too. Again, just balls to the wall ideas. And the little kid basically ends up being a reincarnation of the devil in a sense. And then there's this whole like group of like Catholic priests that are all into like the end of the world and damnation and hell on earth and all this, and like the apocalypse is happening, and this little kid who's supposed to be the reincarnation of the devil is all like, well, we don't want the world to end, you know, all our like everybody thinks that, you know, Satanists are like evil and deadly. We're not. We're just chill. So it takes that direction. I actually had a really good laugh at that because it was just a funny idea to go with, and they did it really well, and they did it really funny. So I enjoyed it. Like I said, I enjoyed this film for what it is. The effects are really, really low budget, but it's still a lot of fun, and the budget, it doesn't restrain the movie in any way. Like it pays off what it needs to, basically. Now it might not be for everybody, obviously, but if you know what you're getting into, and like I said, it's not a full bloodbath of carnage. It's more on the storytelling side of things, but that doesn't bother me at all. So I would come in at maybe like a 53 out of 100. Why out of 100? Because I hate decimals, and because, like I said, the film delivered perfectly in what it was intending to, and that's basically about it. So I think I did cover all my notes. Oh, the character Dana, who's living with the computer nerd or blogger, she makes a friend with a zombie, and the zombie's name is Morris because that's how bored she is, and this zombie is outside her window all the time, and she talks to him to like make a friend and stop herself from going crazy. And then there's this kind of dream sequence involving her also where she's like back in the normal world, but the people that she used to know are zombies, but they can talk. So it's like talking zombies, and she's dancing with this Morris guy as a zombie, and he's basically like saying like, oh, you don't want to be with the undead, we're not meant to be together, kind of like go on your own path kind of thing. And she's like, no, I want to join you, and he's like, yeah, you don't want to be part of the undead, which is kind of a metaphor for a lot of things, but that was kind of cute as well. My God, there's this one scene in particular where this guy's walking down his neighborhood, and the neighborhood looks completely normal, like nothing happened, and I'm like, for an apocalypse, that is ridiculous. Like, not a drop of blood on anything. The cars are normal, even the sky's bright, nothing is destroyed. I was like, really? you couldn't just throw some blood somewhere, or like go to a shittier neighborhood? Like, this was like an upper middle class suburbs. He's like walking around as if like no apocalypse happened whatsoever, and apparently this is like in the middle of the apocalypse. I was like, did the apocalypse happen like 5 minutes ago? Like, what the heck's going on? But yeah, that's about all I got for that. So that's Edges of Darkness. Glad I came across this indie film, and it was definitely a perfect one to stick in the middle of 31 Days of Horror, so I enjoyed that. And yeah, that's going to be it for day 17. So until tomorrow, I will be back. Subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you have not already. And yeah, until next video, cheers.